Cool. So, Locke, I don't know if you're around, but I got time. We got time. If you want to jump in on this, super dank interview. Oh yeah, we in it now. So now I'm gonna be having Locke join me from Dream Team as well. How you doing, Locke? Are you there? Because if you are there, we cannot hear you.
Hey, 1 second, Alfredo. I'm just
Yep.
booting up my NAS. I don't know if you can hear me yet.
Yeah, might be coming through the Vive.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just warming up here, getting ready.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you taking some time out of valuable warm-up time to join me in spicing up the stream a little bit. So
Yeah, for sure, man. Anytime.
yeah. So I guess right off the bat, how you feeling moving into the semifinals? I know you guys have been doing a lot of prep work moving into it. So how are you feeling moving into the semifinal?
Feeling good, man. You know, you've kind of commented on it, but it's very much something we've kind of realized is like the season was a bit of a rebuild for us, you know. And I really feel like we sort of hit our stride towards the later part of the season. That said, you could say a lot of other teams are hitting their stride right now too. So I think we're gonna have some really good games today.
Yeah. So I guess you kind of mentioned that. So Chewy and Krakenkrieger, two relatively new players to Dream Team,
Yep.
and two rather skilled players that were on the
sure.
table for a little while. And you guys have made that pickup. How have they been integrating into what you guys have been trying to build up? Have they brought something new to the team? Have they, had their share of struggles mixing into what you guys have been trying to build up for over a long period of time? How's that transition been from before to after?
I mean, I would go as far as to say as that acquisition was kind of, if not them specifically, when they joined was more or less the turnaround moment for us, right? It was we lost some matches we really felt we shouldn't have. We got blown out the water a couple of times, and it really made us take a long, hard look in the mirror. So we made some more acquisitions. Chewy and Kraken are a part of that, and those guys have been great ever since. Chewy's got some pretty in-depth CS knowledge, and I don't know if you know this, but him and Kraken are brothers, so their communication is just it's a step above.
Yeah, so I guess kind of funny story. I had talked to those guys for a long time when they first started playing, because I knew that they played CS, because I played CS as well, and I talked to them over a long period of time. And the Mafia was actually in talks of picking them up, but one thing led to another, and eventually, rolled out into it just didn't work out. So yeah, I played with them a lot, and I really enjoyed. I was trying to get them into the Mafia, but
that was a
circumstances. Yeah, I know. Circumstances didn't work out, and I kick my ass every now and then for realizing that pickup didn't happen.
When new talent shows up on the scene, you got to move quick. We got people creating freaking alt teams just to
yeah,
just there's a good player, they should be on a league team, which is good. That's a good thing. More teams are good. But if you really want to build your roster, you've got to keep your eyes open.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like new talent, are coming in. The more Pavlov League grows, the more the talent's going to grow as well, and the people who can get their hands on talent the quickest is probably going to have the best time.
For sure.
Yeah. So, and that I guess that kind of takes me into my next point is, so assuming that you and Voltron win your match, you'll be facing Voltron off in the finals, which have definitely had they've talked about somebody who's been acquiring talent, over time, with Jordan and that guy Chris and some of the players that are now on Wrecked. So how do you feel moving into? So say both like the ideal case happens and moving into the finals, which will be happening pretty much immediately after their semifinal match.
Yeah, we're gonna find out today.
How do you feel? Like, have you guys been preparing more for that match, or how's that mental game been going?
I mean, that's definitely a thing, right? We don't have a W on that team this season, for sure. So we're definitely very aware of that. But that said, the four teams we have left, Reapers, us, Voltron, Vrath, I think every team right now is playing at a truly competitive level. And so I won't, without going into taxes, I'll just say we're preparing for everyone. We're not just focusing on one team. We're focusing on our, oh shit, almost dropped something. We're focusing on, kind of our communication, our fundamentals, our mechanics. So the focus hasn't been too much on any one team, but teams have heavy hitters, and we definitely know who those people are and what their habits are.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing too is so how has something like Pavlov TV, how has that changed the formula as far as getting time to prepare for opponents? Because I mean, just me casting matches have already shown some habits that Dream Team on the whole have had. Specifically
The
to
secret's out.
Yeah, everyone knows how Dust 2 is played by Dream Team now, because
Yep.
I've casted
Thanks,
enough.
guy.
Yeah, I've casted enough of those matches that everyone knows now. It's no secret. So how is that, kind of shaking up the formula? Obviously, there's that, but there's definitely a lot of other things as well.
I mean, it's a thing now, right? And I'd say it's for the better. Like I like to play on the dumpster on Dust 2. And every one of these three teams that are in the semis, you know what they do? They bring nades and they try and take me off dumpster with nades because they know I'm gonna fucking be there.
Yeah.
So and it's a thing, and we're definitely using that to go and figure out what the habits of our opponents are. And I'd say like it's a good thing because it is boring just doing 2-1-2 on Dust 2, Uh, and like when people really challenge those strategies, you have to change it up and you have to adapt.
Cool. Well, I think I've ran up pretty much all the time up to the league match. Starts in about 5 minutes. Thank you so much for taking time out to answer some questions for me. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and best of luck in your match today.
Thanks, Ben. You too.
So, thanks so much. And that's all the interviews we've got for you today. Glad those guys can take some time out of definitely some valuable warm up time to answer some questions for me. Really appreciate those guys.